What's up, everybody? It's Vincent Schiaffalo from Wild Roots Permaculture in Murrieta, California. Today we're talking about container gardening. In the urban setting, we've got a lot of concrete. People are paving their backyards and paving over everything, paving over the city. And what that does, well, it's certainly not good for the earth because it's like a big, thick scab over the soil. So that soil is useless. You can't grow anything in it. It's concrete. Not even weeds will grow here. Well, they will grow in the cracks. We're talking about container gardening. And I want to give you a few cheap options because look at the size of this garden bed. It's big, right? And the fact is, the more containers you get, the more food you can grow. So the less money you spend on each one of these things, the more food you can grow. So let's talk about a cheap container gardening option. It's what I call basket gardens. This is a basket garden. So the reason I call it a basket garden is because that's what it is. It's a laundry basket that I got at the dollar store. Lined with a trash compactor bag that I got at Smart and Final, or Fart and Smile as I like to call it. Let's go see how we set up one of these laundry baskets. So the first step is to take your laundry basket and drill a bunch of holes in the bottom. Now these things are cheap, so they're gonna crack. Don't worry about it. That's good. You just want to make sure that they have drainage. Then cut a piece of landscape fabric, put it down there at the bottom, and that's gonna keep everything contained inside so it doesn't fall out the holes in the bottom. The next thing we're going to do is throw some straw or rocks or sand or sticks or whatever it is you got to crock the bottom of this thing to create drainage. You want to have a few inches of crocked material down there. I'm experimenting with straw, so I'm just going to throw some straw down to the bottom there, throw my soil on top. It'll compost the straw at the bottom for me while it's growing plants on the top. So I'm going to go grab a handful of straw and then we're going to fill this sucker up. Alright, so here we are with the Gorilla Strength trash compactor bags. They come 12 bags and ties in a box. They are 18 gallon. That's important, guys, 18 gallon, because I went and experimented with like other size, like 30 gallons, and the bags were too small or too big, but these fit perfectly. So first thing we're going to do is cut off the bottom of the bag without cutting off your finger. If you cut off your finger, just put a Band-Aid on there to hold it back on, and then it'll actually grow back together. That's called grafting. You just graft your finger back on. Alright, so we're going to throw this bag into the basket. That's going to line both sides, and as you can see, it's wide open at the bottom. It is wide open. You want to make sure that you get the bag out of the way. Just put it all the way out to the edge. You don't want it on the bottom because that will prevent drainage. You can even lift it up a little bit more. Throw some straw at the bottom to crock it up. Now a lot of people will say, oh, you shouldn't crock your pots with straw because they rob nitrogen from the soil. I'm not too worried about it. Compost and straw. You could use sand. You want to use stuff that drains really well, but that's going to work just fine just like that. Now what we have there is a perfectly growable container. And here's what's awesome. You put your seeds on the top and then just flip this thing up. Flip this thing up, roll it over, stick it in the shade, and you have a humidity dome so that your seeds can germinate. They won't dry out. As soon as your seeds pop their heads up and their roots are down an inch, then you can pop this back over and you're back to a container garden. And you can do that every year. Just flip the stuff up. Now, if you think it looks ugly, no big deal. I think you're ugly. Just kidding. If you think it looks ugly, you can make it look better. Just put some fabric around the outside. So just get some like fabric or some burlap or whatever you think looks good. Some siding, some bamboo stick siding or something like that. And you can just, hot glue gun it or attach it to there somehow. You can do a whole bed of these. Just line them up and make it look pretty. So there you go. That's gardening. That's a cheap option for you to set up container gardens for your backyard permaculture garden. Once again, this is Vincent from Wild Roots Permaculture in Murrieta, California. Check us out at wildrootspermaculture.com. Have a great day.